Hey guys, Tara P. Yogini here. So we're gonna take a little couple 5-minute break to work on baby crow. So as I've been looking through all the videos, I've seen a ton of ways of how to get into crow, and we can work that later. But there were a couple of things I wish I would have figured out when I was first starting my practice, and some of those were poses before the pose. Like I tried headstand before I ever tried handstand, and I wish I would have tried handstand first because it's a lot easier for me to kick up without my head on the ground than putting my head on the ground and then saying lift my feet. The same can be said for crow versus baby crow. I only learned crow, and so as I was struggling, I fell a lot, and I'm sure some of you have been there before, and then when you fall, you get this mental block, like, I don't want to go there. Also, a lot of crow is that last little bit of being able to shift forward, and so we can try that in baby crow. We're really close to the floor, so if we fall, it's not gonna be that scary. We can also put a pillow underneath us or a bolster if we have one, or just fold up a blanket. And it also really helps us to use our core of abdominals. And this pose or this feeling we can use in so many poses. So again, even if we don't ever lift up, it's still good to try these postures because they help us learn how to use our body together as one, but also help us learn certain parts of our body that might work for poses later on, whether it be crow or maybe just your chair pose, which again is crow just really standing up. Okay, so we're gonna get started. The easiest thing that I can say is some of you will be able to do this, some of you not. Sometimes it's just the way your body is built. If you have open hamstrings, that's gonna be a big part of this. So again, even if it doesn't work right away, don't get frustrated. Practice takes practice, right? Anything we do, we're gonna fall and we're just gonna get right back up and try it again. So the easiest thing I've learned before we get into what our hands or anything doing is, you're gonna be in a little squat. So you might wanna come into Malasana first, working the opening in the hips. Now I'm high up on my tippy toes. I'm not more in a more traditional yoga squat here. I might rock a little side to side, just kind of getting into my body. And then first with my hands down, I'm gonna plant them. This is gonna be a little weird, but I wanna learn how to lift up my butt and my hips. So if I start to just kind of pop up, take it back down, pop myself up, maybe 2 more times, great stretch for the arches of the feet and those calves as well. Now this is where it gets a little bit more challenging, and this is where the challenge might come in for some of you guys. Or girls out there, we're gonna bring our forearms down. Now, this is gonna be hard because if we're tight in the hamstrings, it's gonna be hard for us to lift and shift forward. And again, the whole key is that shifting forward. Now, I wanna make sure I'm making a straight right degree bend with my elbows, and I don't want my hands to touch, right? I need to keep that number 11 shape. Now, from here, the first thing I wanna do, again, is that pick up of my hips. And again, after you do this a few times, you're just feeling those abdominal muscles pulling. You might even hold. And then as I press my palms down, I'm gonna slide the knees forward. Hips are super high. If my hips are low, this is gonna be really hard to do, right? So with my hips high, I'm gonna slide forward. I'm gonna pull my belly in, and I might take one foot off the floor, and I might take the other foot for my baby crow. Now, if I get crazy, I could easily do this with my head down, and then maybe pick up one foot, belly in. And if I slide out, well, I just slide into child's pose and take a break. So again, it's that being able to lift up and shift forward that brings us into that baby crow. All right, guys. Try it at home, try it outside where nobody's looking. Again, get those mental blocks out of the way. I'm Tara P. Yogini, thanks for checking in. Make sure to subscribe to our channel or check us out on Instagram.